Welcome to the Mind Fuck Podcast. Yay! Welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for taking time out to hang out with me. My name is Wonu Aleshe. And sometimes I do go by Amazing Soul. Welcome to the Mind Fuck Podcast. FCK stands for fun, compassion, and kindness. And on the Mind Fuck Podcast, we essentially talk about nervous system regulation, how to feel safe in your body, building trust between your brain and your body, and essentially reconnecting with parts of ourselves that we have forgotten along the way. Welcome again, my friend. We have like a little tradition that we do on the show where I read a list, which I titled Reminders to Being Human. The intention behind reading that list every time is to remind myself, but in the hopes of reminding you on your journey. All right, let's go. Reminders to being human. Have fun along the journey. Show yourself compassion. Be kind to others. Being complex and being simple can hold true in the same breath. Stay curious. Hold space for pauses. Hold space for not knowing. Never underestimate the power of silence. Nature has a lot of wisdom. Pay attention. There is power in we than I. If nothing else makes sense, come back to love. Pain is our greatest teacher. And the very last one, never underestimate your ripple of existence. Yay! All right, now let's get into the fun part of the show. Okay, so today I want to start with something simple. All right, imagine this. It's early in the morning. Your alarm clock goes off. Your alarm goes off on your phone. It's not loud, just enough to wake you up, right? You reach out to your phone, but you even unlock your phone and there's already something in your body. Your chest feels tight, your stomach feels off, your breathing is a little shallow, and nothing has happened yet. I mean, there is no bad news, there is no stressful text message, there is no emergency popping up on your phone, but your body is already feeling on the edge. And you lie down on your bed for a second thinking, why do I feel like this even when nothing is wrong? I want to talk to you about that moment today, that exact moment, that feeling. Because if you've ever felt like this before, you know how confusing this is because it's not logical. It's not something you can think your way out of. No, it's physical. It's a real feeling in the body. And it can feel like your body's doing something without your permission. That's what it feels like. I remember myself going through this myself, a few years ago after, I transitioned out of the army. And there were days where I would wake up and my body already felt like it was preparing for something. Even when my life on the outside was calm. I mean, I didn't have no deadlines, no schedules, there was no pressure, there was no urgency to be anywhere. But inside my body did not get the memo. I mean, I remember I would be brushing my teeth in the morning, looking at myself in the mirror, and I could feel it. I could feel that subtle tightness in my chest. That feeling like something is about to happen. And my mind would immediately try to make sense of that feeling. And the thoughts running through my head will be, why am I, like, what am I anxious about? Did I forget to do something? Is something wrong? And it was on loop all the time. And most of the time, for me back then, there was no clear answer, which even made it more uncomfortable. Because now I'm not just feeling the anxiety, I'm also trying to solve the anxiety simultaneously. And that's where a lot of us get stuck on this journey. We try to solve something that isn't coming from a problem in that present moment. It's coming from our body remembering something from the past. Let me give you another real everyday example. Let's just say you're driving, just a normal drive, maybe to the grocery store, nothing special, right? And suddenly your heart start beating faster than normal. I mean, your hands feel a little sweaty. Your chest tightens again. And now your mind jumps into, okay, wait, what's happening? Am I okay? Is this a panic attack? And that thought goes on a loop. Now the body gets louder because it feels like something is wrong. But the truth is, your mind is reacting not to what's happening right now in the moment, but to what it has learned before in the past. That's what your body's reacting to in that moment. And it took me a very long time to really understand this. Because for me, I used to think if I feel anxious, there must be something wrong. But from my lived experience, that's not always true. Sometimes your body is just running a pattern. That's it. And here's where I want to slow this down for you because this part matters. When your body feels overwhelmed like that, the instinct, the logical instinct, is to do one of three things. You either try to fight it, you try to fix it, or you try to escape it. You try to calm yourself down quickly. You try to distract yourself. You try to scroll on your phone endlessly, or you try to call someone. You try to get rid of the feeling, right? I'll tell you this also, my friend. I've done all of that on my journey, right? I remember nights where I couldn't sleep. My body felt restless, and I would keep trying to force myself to sleep. I mean, I'll keep like going on this loop in my mind, like, why can't I just sleep? And the more I pushed my body to go to sleep, the more awake my body became. Right. And at some point in my journey, I had to try something different because what I was trying in the past wasn't working. Not because I read it somewhere, but because it wasn't just working. Right. I remember one night very clearly. I was lying in my bed. My chest felt tight again. My body felt wired. And instead of trying to fix that sensation, I paused. I just paused and noticed it. And I remember saying something very simple to myself. I'm just noticing what's happening in my body. That's it. Not trying to change the feeling, not trying to calm myself down, just noticing what was happening in my body in real time. And at first, I'll tell you this, my friend, nothing changed. That the feeling was still there, but something subtle in that moment shifted. I wasn't fighting the feeling anymore. So I stayed with it. Just a feeling in my chest area. I stayed with it. I didn't try to label it. I didn't try to judge it. I just noticed the sensation going on in my chest area. And I did that for about 60 to 90 seconds? And in doing that real time, the raw sensation, my body started to soften. Not completely, but enough for me to realize, oh, I don't have to rush this away. And I started practicing that consistently in small moments, not just at night, during the day, when I feel it come up consistently, right? Like when I'm sitting on the couch and that random wave of anxiety will show up, instead of grabbing my phone immediately, right? To distract myself, I would pause, feet on the floor, right? Feel my feet on the floor, and I look around the room very slowly. Nothing dramatic. Just letting my eyes, start to notice the physical things in the room. I mean, the wall, the chair, the window, the ceiling. I'm quietly reminding my body, I'm here. I'm safe. I remember another time, I was in a coffee shop and that same anxious feeling came up for me. I felt like my chest was tight, my breathing was shallow, and I could feel the urge to leave. I mean, you know that feeling, right? When your body is like, let's get the hell out of here, right? But this time, for me, I stayed. Not in a forceful way, no, but in a very curious way. I remember holding my cup. I felt the warmth of my cup in my hands and just took a slow sip and felt the coffee going down my throat. And just letting that feeling be there while I stayed. And when I started noticing was this, the feeling would rise, it would peak, and then slowly pass on its own. That's it, on its own. And that realization in that moment changed everything for me on this journey of nervous system regulation. Because I realized this wasn't something I had to control. It was something I could allow safely. Now, here's the part I want to be very honest with you, my friend. This is not a one-time shift. There are still days on my journey where my body feels off. There are still days on my journey when I wake up and that tightness is there again. I still have those days. But the difference now is I don't panic about it. I don't immediately assume something is wrong. That's the difference. I have simply learned over the years to meet my body where it is in the moment. Do you see, my friend? Sometimes it looks like this. Waking up, and instead of grabbing my phone immediately, I sit up slowly in the morning. I put my feet on the floor and I just feel the ground for a few seconds and let my body register. I'm here. That's it, for a few seconds, and I carry on with my day. Sometimes for me, it looks like slowly walking around my house and hugging myself for a few seconds, not in a dramatic way, just a quiet moment of support. Because that's what my body and that's what your body might be needing in that moment, support. Sometimes it's as simple as drinking a glass of water slowly and actually feeling it go down your throat and letting my body settle. These are not big things, but they matter over time. because they tell your body something different. I want to say this to you very clearly, my friend, and I will always keep saying this on this show. There is nothing wrong with you because your body feels anxious when nothing is wrong. Your body is not broken. It's just used to being on guard. That's all. And it takes time, it takes patience for it to learn something new. So the next time, my friend, this happens, I don't want you to rush to fix that feeling. I don't want you to fight the feeling. I'm inviting you to try something way more simpler, right? I want you to pause and just say to yourself, I'm noticing what's happening in my body right now. That's it. Just notice what's going on in your body in real time. That's it, my friend. You don't have to make it go away. You don't have to try to logically understand it fully. No, just notice what was going on in your body in real time. That's it. That's the invitation today. Because over time, the more you keep doing that, those small moments start to build something new over time. It's not an instant calm. It's not perfection. No, consistency, small, ordinary moment. And there's also like a quiet sense of over time, it's like I can be with myself even here and now. And that, my friend, that changes everything on your journey. So if you're in that season right now in your life where your body feels overwhelming at times, even when your life looks fine on the outside, right? I want you to know this. You're not alone in that. I've been there. I've been there before. And I still visit that place sometimes, right? But it doesn't have to control you, my friend. No. You can learn to sit with it. You can learn to move with it. You can learn to understand the feeling without trying to constantly fight yourself. And slowly, over time, your body starts to trust you again. Not because you forced it to change, no, but because you stopped abandoning your body in those moments. And maybe today, that alone is enough. Just one moment of noticing, one moment of staying with yourself in real time, one moment of being with yourself without trying to fix anything. One moment. Let's start there. As always, my friend, I am grateful and I thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And I'm sending you so much love from my heart to yours. Thank you.